largest phylum of animal kingdom. How far it is, you so just I am telling you. Look, if total number of species present is 10 lakhs, in animal kingdom, if total number of species is 10 lakh, then the number of species under Arthropoda will be almost 9 lakhs. So you see that how diversified this phylum is. And second largest phylum in the animal kingdom is Mollusca, containing only 50,000 species. So you will get varieties of animals under this phylum, varieties. And that's why we need to go to the class level here again. So the basic characteristics, first of all, habitat. Level of organization. Organ system level. Body symmetry. Bilaterally symmetrical. Fourth, number of germ layers. Present. 3. That is triploblastic. 5. Body plan. Tube plan. Next, presence of external segmentation. Most important point. Jointed appendages. That's why it is called arthropoda actually. Due to the presence of jointed appendages, they are called arthropoda. Then comes presence of jointed appendages. Then we get its own characteristics like, you see, breathing organ. Maybe book gill in some animal, trachea, in some animal it is book lung. Circulatory system, open type. Presence of hemocoel. Coelom is present and it is Cytosylum type. কমপ্লিট করো, এবার মুছতে হবে এটা। Cytosylum type.
স্যার হিমোসলমান।
Hemocyte is a blood filled body cavity. আচ্ছা, আর একটা পয়েন্ট এখানে লেখা যাবে। The body is covered with chitinous exoskeleton. And remember this thing, this is the most important point also. You know, as their body is covered with chitinous exoskeleton, that's why they are highly diversified group. Because this exoskeleton can protect them. And as they got this feature, so it will be easier for them to survive on Earth. This is the most important point. The body is covered with chitinous exoskeleton. That is, the exoskeleton is made of chitin. The exoskeleton is made of chitin. Clear?
স্যার বুক গিল মানে কি?
হ্যাঁ, কোনটা?
বুক গিল, বুক লাংস।
এটা আর বুক গিল means it's aquatic arthropods like prawn. They are to respire by taking oxygen dissolved in water. So they have some gill-like structures similar to the pages of the book. Hence the term comes book gill. Are you getting me now? In case of book trachea is a tubular structure and it is highly branched, so that each branch can reach to every cell. That's why in case of actually arthropods, the blood is actually blood is not going to carry oxygen. Oxygen can directly be carried to the cell through the tracheal branches. In case of book lungs, so it is a terrestrial arthropods. There actually the breathing organ is similar to that of the book. Hence the term comes book lung. So book gill for the aquatic arthropods, trachea and brook lung for the terrestrial arthropod. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
বলো।
স্যার ওপেন টাইপ সার্কুলেটরি সিস্টেমটা কেমন?
Basically, you know, if in any circulatory system, blood is not always confined within the blood vessel. Rather, blood is drained out from the blood vessel into the body cavity and returning to the heart from these body cavities, called open type. Suppose in our case, in human being or in earthworm, you know, it is closed type. That is, blood is always found only inside the blood vessel. Blood will never come out of the blood vessel. Then this type of circulatory system is called closed type. We have closed type, but in case of arthropod, you will get the open type circulatory system, where blood is pumped out by the heart initially. A small blood vessel is there to carry it to some extent, and then blood is drained out into the body cavities. Again, from the body cavity, blood is to return to the heart, and the actually circulation is going on. This type of circulation is called what? This is called open type.
টাইপ সার্কুলেটরি সিস্টেম।
হ্যাঁ, closed type, right.
স্যার তাহলে আবার হিউম্যানে আবার ক্লোজ, তাহলে স্যার মাঝখানে ওপেন কি করে হলো?
Basically, you know, this is how they are going to adapt in the environment. This is how they are going to adapt in the environment. You know, that after once Annelida closed type is developed, later on, you cannot say that from Annelid arthropods are evolved. Basically, there are some branches developed from Annelid towards the mollusks, sometimes towards the other groups also. But one thing, whenever the arthropods are evolved, it is found that in their case, their blood is not going to carry oxygen, and so the need or requirement of closed type is not there. And that's why they have some body cavities where the blood is to be filled. And so that every cells are bathed by the cells. So that's why, although in earthworm or in Annelida it is closed type, as per their development in a particular habitat and with their particular nature, the demand of the arthropod is to become open type. বুঝতে পেরেছি ভাই জিনিসটা? Each of them, branch of antenna is there, eyes, and eyes and antenna. Okay. Sometimes you will get the stenocyst. And they all are sensory organs. What they all are? Sensory organs. Are you getting me? This is what about the sensory system found in the arthropoda.
Sir, stetocyst মানে
Stenocyst is an organ found in some animals of this phylum, where actually it is acting like similar to that of the cerebellum in human being. It is to help in
নাম্বারটা
maintain-
কোথায়?
Huh? Nervous system is ventral in their case. Remember this thing. Nervous system is actually with ventral systems, basically having central nervous system, peripheral, and sympathetic. Both three types are found in them: central, peripheral, and sympathetic nervous system. So regarding the excretory organs, একটু মুছতে হবে আমাকে, একটু তোমরা লেখা হলে আমাকে একটু বলো না, তোমাদের এটা প্রথম দিকে দেখা হলে তো মুছে দেওয়া যায় ইচ্ছা করলে।
হ্যাঁ স্যার লেখা হয়েছে।
Excretory organs. Look. Green gland, Malpighian tubule, Millman Malpighian tubule, coxal gland. Green gland, Malpighian tubule, and lastly the coxal gland. Three types of glands may be available here. Green
So,
gland
coxal
found
gland.
in prawn. You will found in suppose cockroach. You will get in the suppose spider. These are the excretory organs. And then there are the reproduction. Reproduction. You know, they are dioecious. That is, sexes are separate. Dioecious means sexes are separate, and fertilization internal. Fertilization is always internal, and development direct or indirect. So different larval forms are found here. You will get different larval forms, like you have to remember these larval forms here. I am giving some larval forms. So larval form and animal where these animal in the life cycle of which this form is found. Our first one, caterpillar. Butterfly. Suppose maggot. Housefly. Then comes to the wriggler. Mosquito.
টেবিলটা লিখে
Animals are mostly oviparous, and you need to understand what is oviparous first. আচ্ছা এটাকে লিখে না, oviparousটা বুঝিয়ে দেবো, তাড়াতাড়ি করো।
স্যার হয়েছে
আচ্ছা, here it is written animals are mostly oviparous. There are three terms found in different animals of the different phylum. Oviparous, ovoviparous, and viviparous. Three types: oviparous, ovoviviparous, and viviparous. Do you know this? Anyone?
So oviparous to egg laying or animals. Viviparous is viviparous of giving birth to animals.
হ্যাঁ কোনটা?
Mammals কে বোঝায় viviparous.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, next third one, ovoviviparous. Now what is this? How can you define this?
মানে they lay eggs but they are mammals, means they have breast milks.
Not clear. Okay, look one thing. Three things have happened. Listen. Some animals are laying eggs and the development of the embryo takes place outside the mother's body. This is one type. I am repeating it again. The one type of animals are laying eggs and development of the embryo occurs outside the mother's body, and for this development no nutrition is taken from the mother. This is one form. Second form, that the animals are not laying eggs. The development of the embryo takes place inside the body of mother, but for this development no nutrition is taken from the mother. Third type. What happens here? Embryonic development occurs inside the body of mother, and for this development nutrition is required to be taken from the mother. So they give birth to child. So you know, in both ovoviviparous and viviparous, the mother animal is giving birth to child, the offspring, but they are not laying eggs. But in ovoviviparous, the embryonic development, no nutrition is taken from the mother. But in viviparous, embryonic development occurs inside the body of mother, and for this nutrition is taken from the mother. That means among these three, only oviparous animals are laying eggs, and embryonic development occurs outside the body. But in ovoviviparous and viviparous, they are not laying eggs. Embryonic development occurs inside the body of mother. But in ovoviviparous, for this development, no nutrition is taken from the mother. And in case of viviparous, for this development, nutrition is taken from the mother. So both ovoviviparous and viviparous animals are giving birth to offspring. Is it clear to you the difference? বুঝতে পেরেছো সবাই?
স্যার
হ্যাঁ বলো।
স্যার তাহলে ওভোভিপারাস কি তাহলে এগ দেয় না এগ দেয় না?
না, egg lay করে না। They are laying eggs mean egg is laying outside the body. They are not laying eggs. Laying eggs mean egg is coming out of the body. Are you getting me? বলো।
স্যার তাহলে অফস্প্রিং যদি বডির ভিতরে মানে যাই মানে নারিশ হয় তাহলে মাদার থেকে কি করে নারিশমেন্ট কিছু নেবে না, নিউট্রিশন বা
Look one thing. What happens in case of oviparous? I am telling you. In case of oviparous animals, this is the egg. Here you will get the yolk. The animal, the offspring, the fetus or the embryos are getting nutrition from the yolk of the egg. In case of ovoviviparous, the egg is inside the body. They have yolk here. So the difference is in both cases, the young embryo is taking nourishment from the yolk in both oviparous and ovoviviparous. Difference is that it is laying outside, but it is being present inside. বুঝতে পেরেছো জিনিসটা? Discuss about the different classes under phylum Arthropoda. এটা মুছে দিই না। Onychophora. First class is Onychophora. Onychophora. An example, Peripatus. It possesses the characteristic features of phylum Annelida and Arthropoda. So it possesses the characteristic features of phylum Annelida and Arthropoda. That's why considered as connecting link between Annelida and Arthropora. Elite characters of peripatus. First of all, unjointed legs, excretory organ, nephridia. Excretory organ is nephridia. Okay. And arthropod characters. Of peripatus. Presence of tracheal respiratory system. Presence of tracheal respiratory system. Hemosil. So this is what you will get. Posing simply I'm telling just it appears the animal appears like these actually. Worm-like animals. So this is peripatus. And here you will get trachea. So you see these are the unjointed appendages. This is the eye. Here you will get the antenna and the tracheal system is found. So this is about the peripatus. So this is what about the first class Onychophora. Is it clear?
স্যার তাহলে কি অনিকোফোরার মধ্যে অ্যানেলিডা আর আর্থ্রোপোডা দুইটার মানে কম্বাইন্ড ক্যারেক্টারস থাকে?
Possessing the characteristics of two adjacent class or phyla, then this animal is considered as connecting link between these two adjacent class or phyla. Are you getting me? There are some animals found in the animal kingdom possessing the characteristics of two adjacent class. Suppose you know, in case of platypus possessing the characteristics of both reptilia and mammalia. That's why platypus is also considered as connecting link between reptilia and mammalia. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, after Onychophora, it is not also segmented externally. Another point is that I'm not going to add more. এটা মুছে দিচ্ছি আমি। Next one, class Crustacea. What happens here? Look. Into look here, the body is divisible into cephalothorax and abdomen. Head and thorax get fused to form cephalothorax. Head and thorax get fused to form cephalothorax. বুঝতে পারছো জিনিসটা? আমরা if you go through the prawn, in case of prawn, you know where it is found. If it is like this, look here, this part and then you will get the abdominal part from here. Thick exoskeleton. No, this part, this part is called from here to here. This part is the cephalothorax. You can call it, this region is called cephalothorax, which is protected by actually, cephalothorax is there. And this part is abdomen. So from here to here, this part is abdomen. And from here to here, this part is the fusion of head and thorax called cephalothorax. Is it clear? Next, branch of two pairs of antenna and one pair of compound eyes. Two pairs of antenna and one pairs of compound eye. Then breathing organ, buccal, excretory organ, brain gland. The body is protected by a thick exoskeleton called carapace. চিংড়ি যখন খোলসটা ছাড়ায় দেখেছো কোনো সময় কি যাই না আমি, তবে এটা ওকে যখন চিংড়ি যখন বাইরে নিয়ে আসা হয় তখন তার খোলসটা ছাড়াতে হয়। This shell is actually the carapace. That's why the body is covered by thick exoskeletal carapace. Called carapace. Now, next important point is here. Segmented, abdominal segmented, most important, cephalothorax, hey, mute kar. But abdomen is segmented. So remember, this is a branch of 5 pairs of legs. So this is what about the crustacea in short. Is it clear? Look, this is the abdomen part is segmented. Cephalothorax is clear now, it is unsegmented.
স্যার একটু সাইড।
Hmm.
তাহলে অ্যাকোয়াটিক অ্যানিমালস এর মধ্যে পড়ে।
No, aquatic though.
ও,
First, actually, how can you say crusty is aquatic? Because if it is not aquatic, it should have some adaptive features for breathing. You know, book gills. Gills are the structures for deriving or for getting oxygen from oxygen dissolved in water. So this gill is a aquatic characteristics. That's why they should have these gills. So that's they are aquatic. বুঝতে পেরেছো?
ইয়েস স্যার।
Compound হচ্ছে a number of ommatidia, visual units. A number of visual units aggregate to form an eye structure called compound eye. And the basic thing is each unit can form its own image. So that basically the image is not so clear here. Because a number of, suppose in case what happens in case of human being, we have two eyes. With the help of two eyes, for any object, only one image is formed. Are you clear? We have two eyes. These two eyes forming single image of any particular object, whatever we are seeing. In case of suppose some animals like dog or suppose cow, their eyes, two eyes are forming two images separately of the object. In case of the animals with compound eyes, their why it is called compound? Because their eye is actually composed of a number of visual units. In cockroach, it is almost 2,000. And these visual units aggregate together to form the eye-like structure called compound eye. And each visual unit can form its own image. This is compound eye. Clear? Now, crustaceans clear? Thoracic legs. Legs thoracic ही है विषय. Abdominal legs are not called two legs.
Yes, sir.
But the outer shell is required to be removed out before cooking. Do you have any, have you ever seen this? No.
Yes.
Most of them have no idea. When prawns are taken to the house, before cooking, the outer shell is required to be removed out. Have you ever seen this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hope so. And this outer shell is actually the carapace.
স্যার সেফালোথোরাস কোন জায়গাটা?
এই যে পার্টটা এখান থেকে এই অবধি যে পার্টটা আছে এটা হচ্ছে সেফালোথোরাক্স. The fusion of head and thorax get fused to form a single unit called cephalothorax.
ওকে স্যার।
Now, Chiliboda refers to an animal So here so you see here the body is divisible into head and trunk. That means this part is head and then the whole part is trunk. So the body is divided into head and trunk. Next, is trunk segment bears single pairs of legs. Are you getting me? Each trunk segment bears single pair of hand so these are the poison claw. With the help of which it can bite. Have seen biting actually. His actually name is Scolopendra. Normally called centipede. Is also called in Bengali Tetule Bicha. Next point, breathing organ, trachea. হ্যাঁ মানে কমন নেম সেন্টিপেড আর কি অনেকগুলো সেগমেন্ট আছে তো ওই জন্য আর কি অনেকগুলো লেগ আছে এক্সক্রিটরি অর্গান So in short, this is about the chilopoda. Clear? Diplopoda. Here, body is divisible into here the body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. Each thoracic segment bears Each thoracic segment bears one pair of legs, and each abdominal segment bears two pairs of legs. That's why I'm going to example. Sir. Next, breathing organ. Excreting organ.
স্যার ব্রিদিং অর্গানটা কি?
Trachea. Breathing organ trachea and excretory organ Malpighian tubule. Malpighian tubule. So, example is Julius. I think you have seen the Julius, not required to draw. Because have you ever seen Julius or called millipede? দেখেছো কেউ জুলুস?
স্যার জুলুসটা কি?
কেন
No,
দেখেছো?
sir.
কেন দেখেছো?
Yes, লাল কালারটি।
দেখেছো ব্রাউনিশ ইন কালার, টাচ করলে গুটিয়ে যায়।
Yes, sir, দেখেছি।
Some animals are there which are brownish color. Whenever it is touched, it rolled out. It is rolled down itself. দেখেছো?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is actually, and it gives a pungent odor. A pungent odor comes out if you are going to touch it. So this is the Julius. And if you observe Julius, you see in the head, thorax region, number of legs are less, whereas towards the abdominal region, the number of legs are much more. So this is what about the Julius. So these are basic characteristics. Clear?
স্যার এই বোর্ডটা ব্লার আছে।
Flowers? How? 5 number. Sorry. Onychophora, Crustacea, Chilopoda, Diplopoda, insecta. Right. Now here what happens here? First of all, the body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. First point. The body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. First. Second, most important one, presence of 3 pairs of legs. And this is the most important identifying feature of this class. How can you identify an insect? By 3 pairs of legs. Remember this. How can you identify an insect? Obviously by 3 pairs of legs. Remember this thing, most important feature. And it is coming in the entrance also. An insect can be identified by a lot of points given. So you have to remember presence of 3 pairs of legs. Presence of two pairs of wings. Next most important point, pair of antennae and a pair of compound eyes. In case of insect, Breathing organ. Trachea. Malpighian tubule. Is it clear now? Usually, there's a one pair of antenna and a pair of compound eyes. Breathing organ, trachea. Excretory organ, Malpighian tubule. Now the question comes. Can any one of you tell me 3 insects without wings? 3 wingless insect is coming in the entrance. 3 wingless insects. Silverfish. Have you ever seen silverfish?
Sir, grasshopper.
No. Did you see? In the old books, a silvery colored insect is found which moves similar to that of fish. Which moves similar to that of fish.
So lice.
Similar to that, that's a silverfish. Now your next one, lice. And third one, bedbug. So this is what about the insecta. Is it clear about insect?
Sir, there are more wingless insects.
Maybe. Insecta is a huge class. You may find it out. That's why I'm giving you only 3.
স্যার স্যার এন্ড হবে না?
না, ant রেখে তো দেখবে the worker ants may not be with wings, but some queen ant should be with wings. দেখো তোমরা wings in ant into cephalothorax and abdomen. Next point. Presence of 4 pairs of legs. Breathing organ. Excretory organ. Coxal gland. It's an example of class Arachnida. Spider, scorpion, mite, tick. Here examples: butterfly, mosquito, moth, a lot. So in Arachnida, again body is divisible into cephalothorax and abdomen, like that of the crustacea. I think you have seen the arachnids like spider. In a spider, you will see that obviously body is made of cephalothorax and abdomen, or in case of mite, or whatever in case of others. Tick is an arachnid. Tick is also an arachnid, which is actually very small in shape. You are right. you have to do one homework and write differences between. Please write, everyone. You have to make yourself write differences between. Write differences between point 1, millipede and centipede. Point 2, prawn and butterfly. Next, prawn and spider. Tick and suppose cockroach. And butterfly. Clear?
Sir, moth and butterfly are of same class.
No. In butterfly, body is robust. In moth, in butterfly, body is slender. In moth, body is robust. In butterfly, you will get the antenna are found to be knobbed at the end. In case of moth, antenna are found to be tapering towards the end. Whenever moth sits, its actually wings are found parallel to the earth's surface. But when a butterfly sits, his wings are found to be perpendicular to the earth's surface. So you have to make it. I am not going to help you. Okay? So at least three differences. Okay? On the merostomata. In the next class, and then we have to start mollusca and echinodermata together. So we have to complete non-coded by next day. In the meantime, you have to prepare yourself.